bend your knees, and as you come up, you can spin your arm around like that. Woo! So the first move we're going to look at today is the cowboy hip thrust. Now it's a variation on a classic male stripper hip thrust, but we call it the cowboy hip thrust because of what we're doing with our arms and also the slight variation with our body height while we're doing the hip thrust. So to begin with, I'm going to show you how it looks. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really simple. It's just that slight variation. So I'm going to break it down for you right now. So basically, the start of the move is we want to drop down nice and low with our knees, okay? So we want to really drop our center of gravity nice and low. The lower you get, you know, the more bigger the move becomes. So if you're performing on stage and you really need to fill that audience, you need to really fill the whole room with your dance moves, really exaggerate the moves and really overemphasize them. If you're doing a private booking, perhaps you don't have to go that far. You can just keep it nice and neat and a little bit tighter, okay? So we're gonna bend our knees, we're gonna drop into it, and as we do the hip thrust, we're gonna push up. So we're constantly moving down, nice and low, and as we hip thrust forward, we push up with our legs, okay? So I'm just gonna show you what's happening here with my lower body to begin with. Step 1, drop our knees. Step 2, push up and hip thrust. And then we come back down, bend the knees, up and hip thrust. So as we go to the highest point of the movement, that is the point in which we thrust our hips forward. So we're not bending and thrusting forward and then going up. We're bending and pushing forward as we extend our legs. Now our arms, it's relatively easy to remember this position. Comes back to what I was saying at the start about the name of the move, the cowboy move. I call it that because it's kind of like you're riding a horse or a bull or something. So one arm forward, like you're holding on to, you know, the horse. And this arm, you can have it out. You can have your fist clenched or you can have your palm open. And you can just hold this position like this, bend your knees and up. Or you can add a little bit of a flair to it, bend your knees, and as you come up, you can spin your arm around like that. Really great move if your costume and your routine is a cowboy move. So this is the cowboy hip thrust, broken down one more time. Step 1, nice wide stance and bend the knees. Step 2, extend the knees and push up and thrust at the highest point of the movement. Okay? Really simple. One more time. I'm going to show you in real time. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to highlight one extra tip here before I finish this tutorial. You're probably thinking, how do I smoothly get into this move without it looking awkward? Well, you can do a little jump into the move. Now it doesn't have to be a big jump into it. That might look a bit silly and ridiculous. All you need to do is just a small, subtle jump. So just a little shuffle forward with your feet. Just that 5 or 10 centimeters is all you need. Just a little shuffle forward. You don't need to jump in the air, you just need to jump forward. And as you jump forward, you bend your knees and you drop your body weight. You do that all at the same time. Let me show you right now. So, if you're performing and you're moving around like this, you're walking around the room doing your dance moves, then you might want to walk up to somebody in the crowd and give them a little bit of special attention. You can walk up to them in 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. That's the cowboy hip thrust.